Morning, folks. Welcome to my humble homestead in the forest. And today, something really whimsical. My weeds talk to me. You're asking, what is he on about? His weeds talk to him? Well, the fact and the truth is that they do. They don't just talk to me, they also talk to you if you have a garden. Well, let's see where I can start. You're looking at a purslane right now. Purslane, I have a video on it. It contains the highest omega-3 plant-driven of all plants. But never mind that part of it, what it's good for, how you can eat it in your salad and your smoothies or whatever, dry it, fresh. It likes sandy soil. It likes sandy soil as opposed to, say, plantain. Do I have any plantain? I'll turn the camera around and I'll show you plantain, but a leaf of it, it broke off. A leaf of it looks like, oh, another one broke off. A leaf of it looks like this. This is plantain. I know you know what it looks like. They like a harder, more compacted soil. But they don't just tell you about the soil sandiness, loaminess, clay, compact, but all of what we've been told are weeds, because I don't think of them as weeds because they're all excellent things for different things. But so imagine, okay, stinging nettle, which is an amazing plant. If you have that growing, usually you might find that around your compost pile. I have them planted around places on purpose because I know that they grow well there because they like a lot of nitrogen. So if I were to plant them near my comfrey plants, which actually I do have one right now not far from where you are. I should take you over and show you. They're like a symbiotic coexistence. So if you see it growing somewhere that you did not plant, then you can obviously know that they're there because they're telling you that that area is high in nitrogen. Some plants will tell you that they're low in nitrogen. Some plants will tell you that the soil is acidic, and that's why they're growing there. Some plants will tell you that they don't have enough acidity where they're growing, and so they're dying. Some plants will tell you, some weeds will tell you that this area is pretty scorched, and they like that, and it's growing there. So if you were to grow something there that you like, and it's not growing, well, it's because it's too dry. And the weed that likes that dryness is thriving there. I'm just talking about what things grow naturally, not what you've planted. So let me just pick the camera up and show you some other stuff. That's okay. Here, for instance, a very good example actually. That's plantain you're looking at. Now, do you recognize it? So it's growing where it's growing because this is an aisle between my raised beds. And why is it growing there? Well, because we're walking here all the time as we're tending to the beds, harvesting, pruning, whatever. So the soil has become compacted. If you were to try to pull that out, plant out, it's pretty hard because the soil is compacted and the roots are packed themselves into it. So here's I was mentioning to you just now that, well, this particular one's going to seed. So look, there is my comfrey, one of my many comfrey plants. And here, let's see if I can point to it right there. They're going to seed. are stinging nettles. Now, I have a video on both of them. Comfrey is like asparagus. It has deep roots, deep tap roots, so they go down, could go down 15 feet. You don't know what 15 feet is? Well, maybe you know how tall you are or your spouse is or whatever. You go by that. 15 feet is pretty deep. 15 feet is where not a lot of plants can go. And when they can go down there, they have access to all kinds of nutrients that regular plants don't. And so, but not only that, comfrey is already a nitrogen fixing plant to begin with. So when it gets to about this height or a little bit taller, and the beautiful purple aubergine or eggplant flowers have died and the bees don't have access to them anymore, then I harvest them and put them in my compost bin, because they're naturally fixing the soil's. Well, here's another example. Soil's nitrogen. So look, here you have sorrel. This bed had garlic growing in it, and so you see, if I move over, just same bed here, you'll see purslane. Do you remember what I told you about purslane? Purslane likes sandy soil. Well, so does garlic. Garlic likes loose soil, and so does purslane. Now, purslane also same for sorrel, which has a sort of a lemony taste. It looks like 4-leaf clover, but it's not. You can see it's got 3 leaves. You can eat them raw in the salad. But my point is that what we think as weeds are not necessarily weeds. And just like you know how in Western medicine we treat the surface ailment, but if you go back to thousands of years ago, the natives had the medicine they had, the Chinese, the Persians, the Mesopotamians. Look at how healthy this parsley is growing. Well, it likes the soil condition, it likes the sun conditions, it likes, this particular one doesn't even have any companion planting. So you see, that's also important. Now, by companion planting, some of those, when I say planting, you might think of as plants, but those plants don't have to be plants as you recognize as plants. They could be weeds. You see what I'm saying? It could be what we call weeds, not necessarily weeds. I wouldn't call them weeds. Or this broccoli, look at this, the color of this broccoli. It's doing really well, and it's going to get this big, just like that parsley. It chokes out the kind of weeds that probably don't want to grow there and can't grow there. And so there's that not welcome symbiotic relationship. So just as like us human beings, if you have acne or that sort of issue, you know that it's time to detoxify your liver. You can't see your liver condition, but you can see the acne is telling you that that's what's happening. That's what you're deficient in. So when I say my weeds talk to me, what I mean is that my weeds are telling me, communicating with me by way of communication. They're telling me that, look, I'm growing here because this is a good condition for me. Is that okay for you? That is to say, if I have nettles growing there, is that a high nitrogen okay for you? Is that what you want? Or loose soil okay for you? Sandy soil okay with you? And then you go and treat your soil accordingly. So the list is long. I can't go through them all in the 10-minute video, but I'm sure there are nice books that you can go and get. By the way, I like books better than, say, like videos, because if you're thinking of some kind of an apocalypse or something, your books you have access to. Internet, you're not always going to have access to that. All right, that's all for now, folks. I hope that was helpful to you. Take care.